Hey, what's the name of your guys' shop?
It's the oil changer.
Yeah.
Oil changers now.
Guys, come out and check out Payson oil change.
Oil changers.
Payson oil changers. They hooked me up on this surgery here, so I didn't have to get out of my truck and everything. So they're awesome. As you can tell, they're offering a 15% discount on their military discount. Oh. You guys are okay being on the camera, right? You guys are okay being on camera? Alright, okay, because I'm doing the video for you guys right now, so let's wave, everybody. Thank you, guys. We'll definitely be coming back when it's ready, so it'll be a good one. Thanks, guys. Awesome. You too. Being at Coaches, this is my first day back driving after 10 days. And it does feel good to be back in the truck. So things were low and they just kind of checked things off, topped off a few fluids. So that was awesome. Huge thank you, guys. If we can ever get out onto the main street. There in Payson oil changers. That's where I always go to have my oil changed out because they do a really good job. Since my truck isn't quite ready yet. I've missed driving. We're gonna cheat. We're gonna come over here and get ourselves a drink because they have a drive-up. The lady just came out of the door. I used to work with her a long time ago, so it was good to talk to her for a minute. Told them all about you guys. So definitely, if you're here in Payson, come and get you the drinks here. They have some of the best fountain drinks that you could ever want. And I'm treating myself to one of those today. Or an orange live wire. Hey Google, stop the music. Hey Google, what's the temperature?
The temperature there right now is 32 degrees.
So we're just about freezing. I had to stop taking my pain medication about 1 a.m. in the morning so I could drive to Payson. And get my foot checked out. Now my foot, he was a little worried because the stitches had, you know how like they were all pruny. They put some iodine on them, and they're really the stitches are really tender. So I got to put iodine on them every other day, and that so I got to stay off at least on my foot at least another week. And after being off the pain medication for a few hours, I can really tell that it is sore. When they took it off, it was just black and blue, and it was just too kind of gnarly to show you guys. Oh, so I decided to not show you because of how black and blue and hideous looking my foot looks. They did take the wrap off, and they are putting compression socks on it now. Every 4 hours, like when I've taken my pain medication, I can actually take the boot off. I can't put much pressure on it. But he did say if I felt like if I could withstand taking a shower, that I can shower without the boot off. So I am kind of gonna try looking for that. So it's just kind of scary on how to judge everything, because I don't want to mess anything up on the foot, cause more damage. And that we tried moving the toes, the little piggies just aren't, they've gone wee and just they're not coming home. Plain and simple. Their doctor says that I'll never have, I'll more than likely I'll never move my little piggies again, my 4 little piggies again. And it's so annoying because I can move them on my right foot and the left foot I can't. Now after they took the wrap off today, everything was kind of heavy and thick inside my boot, so it's like everything was nice and tight. And now the boot kind of loose and banging around, so I need to put like a warm woolly sock over it because, man, it's like sore, and it felt so good to be able to get out of the house after 10 days and drive my old 7.3. So it was awesome. And Payson oil changers, they're off of, I think it's Main Street. They're awesome. They turned around and they checked my tires and filled up a few fluids and topped things off, and didn't charge me a dime for it. And I always take my stuff to them, and that's why. Just the oil. DJ said that my oil looked good, and I don't really drive my truck a whole lot to worry about, an oil change right now. And the truck is running awesome. So, like I said, and I couldn't ask for a better truck. It's big. It's definitely big. So it's still a pain in the butt. So dropping off at Smith's and having to hop like 50,000 feet from the building to get more pain medication, that kind of sucked. But haven't had anything to eat. Like I said, I just barely got home. Disability lawyers, they are starting to communicate with me now that the first is over, and we're trying to get that pushed through. So we've got some paperwork we're waiting on and to get in. So, and we're all working on that. So we're waiting on that. I'm not sure what to do for dinner. Like I said, I'm in so much pain right now. I'm just waiting for the drugs to kick in. And do good, and we'll be good this way. This is just a short little video. Still struggling with the pain big time. Like it won't hurt. My feeties are cold. My feet, the little toesies are freezing. So, but we'll get a woolly sock on them here in a minute. So, one more week until we see that in. They got me into pain management a little faster. It's just too hard for the doctor to deal with the medications and insurance, and it's a lot easier for my pain management to deal with it. We can't put the shots on my back yet, just because with all the pain medication, I can't tell if my back hurts or not right now. So that's That's a plus. So I'm sure once I start backing off to where I'm taking normal doses of pain medication, that my back will feel pretty good. So I do appreciate all the new subscribers. I tried making a video yesterday. I was going to turn around and show you guys these French toast waffles that I make, and I'll put them right here somewhere. And I'll teach you that one of these days, guys, how I make my French toast waffles. But I ended up not feeling well, and I had to cancel the video and crash back out. And when I came to, it was like 12 hours later. So I ended up making them still, and it was like really good because I have not been eating very good. It's been a lot of junk food and that here and there. I do appreciate, like I said, all the new subscribers coming and all the viewers and everything. The goal is to be able to get 1,000 subscribers up on the channel so I can start doing giveaways for their sponsor, Skeeter Hawkins Hobby and Drones. He's the one that hooked me up with my Mavic Air 2S. And as soon as I'm off the pain medication, I can start flying the drone because I don't want to get a DUI for flying the drone. My drone, that Mavic Air 2S, they know the as soon as I turn that on and launch it, they FAA knows, and the surrounding airplanes and that see my name up in the sky. So I want to fly by the rules. Oh, and that, but if you guys are looking for an awesome DJI drone, whether it's the mini series or even up to the big guys, like I said, it's like mine's the one down under. Mine is still professional drone. Next to the Mavic 3 drone, which is also an amazing drone. That's what all the big boys are filming and for all the movies and stuff and that. But the Mavic Air 2S is their go-to drone, and that drone that I have is such an awesome drone. I love flying it every chance I get. The last time I flew it, I haven't been on the system for a while, so the account had logged me out to where it would only allow me 30 feet in the air until I came back in and logged into my account with the FAA and did a whole bunch of updates, and now I have to do it. It's crazy that these the upgraded drones that we have are that complicated and that. So eventually I'll get that new Mavic Air 2S up. But short little video, guys. I appreciate y'all. I promise, I am working on, we are going to do a cost of living video. I just don't know how to put it together yet, what it is. Somebody asked me on the channel, I think it was Bongo, Dongo, or something like that, some crazy name, YouTube channel name. Asked me what the difference is of cost of living between like an apartment and a fifth wheel home that I had. I will tell you, last year in my old RV, which was like a 98 bumper pull RV with one like slide out medium sized slide out. And the people that I was working with to sell it to them, they pulled at my heartstrings. They had two little kids, said they were homeless, living in their cars, and I have never seen a hide or hair of the trailer or any more money since. So they pretty much stole the trailer out from underneath me. So a pretty sad ordeal. Hopefully it works for them and that, because it's just such a pain in the butt try to get this thing, even though that I have the title to my truck or to his truck and my old RV still. So, but this goes to show you can't trust people. But anyway, the point that I was getting to, when I was in Elko, Nevada, in that old trailer, I had one of those big, huge tanks, and I burned through 720 gallons of propane. Now, since I have got everything insulated the way I do, I'm not skirted. Like I've mentioned before, I'm not skirted, and there's reasons why. If we ever have to move out in a hurry, like if something goes wrong and we have to evacuate for like avalanches or anything like that, because we do live in the mountains where we can have avalanches. Luckily, there's no snow this year. But if it rains heavy or anything like that, we can have mudslides and things like that. And I just want to be to where I can hook up in a hurry and be able to leave. For me to hook up in about an hour, I'd have to move everything off of this shelf, and I'd have to switch the 2 chairs around right there, and then all the slide outs come in, I hook up to the truck, and I'm out. So pretty fast. So that's why I'm not insulated. But for the most part, the cost of living, like I said, I really got to think about it. I know I'm comfortable. The heated underbelly needs to stay at above 40 something degrees. And it's 56 degrees in the underbelly right now and 74 on the inside. And I know it's straight across the board. When I mean straight across the board, my meter needs to read 74 here and 73 over there on the thermostat. So, okay, it's up a little bit, which is fine. I've really noticed my dad has a bad habit of not wiping his feet on the carpet when he comes in, and so he barks it up. Now he knows where to find the cleaner and the scrub brush and that. But the other night, New Year's Eve, I stayed up scrubbing my floors so they're all fluffy and clean. And again, so I almost broke out my carpet shampooer, which I'm going to show you guys in the future with the cost of living video. The things I do where I pinch pennies and save money big time. So I'm hoping you guys stay forward to that. It's going to be a good video. So, now I don't know what we should do, guys, for dinner. So I keep saying I do have a tendency on repeating myself a lot. Oh, and I say a lot. That's what she said a lot. And my famous go-to words is, "You'll be fine." Lately, my friends have been using "you'll be fine" a lot on the video. Now, I used to do these sunsets from our lodge from Alaska, and Derek got mad at me and he cut me off, and I'm supposed to be studying and to get camera access back, because I got lost. The last trip I came home on, I got majorly lost. If you go back into the last episode series, I coming home in the like $100,000 Escalade that I drove, I ended up getting lost in the wintertime traveling from Happy Valley, Alaska, which is in between Homer, Alaska and Ninilchik, and I got super lost. I ended up going up into Alberta, Canada, Vancouver. I had to drop down into Washington to cross the border. When I got to Washington to cross the border, I ended up getting held and detained and like held hostage for like 3 hours until they figured it out. Thankfully, I had my YouTube channel, so they could actually go back on a few videos and watch and prove that I wasn't lying, and then I was able to hit Washington, go down through Oregon and into Idaho, and then drop down into Idaho and into Utah, and it was like a 6,000 mile trip, so like an extra 1,000 miles, and yeah, I could see where Derek was a little upset with that one. So he's punishing me. So now I had to learn all about Tok, Alaska, and then I had to turn around and learn about my next thing, and it keeps popping up. Like, I don't know what 10 means. It's got an X and a question mark, and it says no previews available. So I'm thinking he's given me like 10 questions of that I have to do before we gain our sunsets back from the lodge. Oh, I don't know what's going on. I thought it was awful funny though. He called me the other day. He got really mad. He was mad because he's like, I can't. My drone won't fly. His $3,000 drone, which we hooked him up and got it to him for $2,000. So he saved $1,000 off of this drone. But he didn't understand. He was expecting to send it up and fly it, and it wouldn't allow him only 30 feet. And he's been that mad at me. But I turned around and care enough about my friend that I sent him these messages saying, "Hey, dude, I couldn't fly my drone until I went in and did this." And then he was like, he didn't read what I wrote him, and so he had to call us and me and our sponsor from Skeeter Hawkins Drones got him up in the air and hopefully flying again. So if you do buy drones from us, they are guaranteed, they are warranted. If you ever have any problems, you can call us, and we'll take care of you on your DJI drone stuff. Oh, little story there. Had to tell you that. Thought it was awesome. I'm starting to feel the pain medication kick in. Those of you guys that don't know, I do have a really dry sense of humor. A little while back ago, the third time I was in Alaska, I posted on I woke up in the Antarctica, and one lady got on my comment. She's like, "That's not the Antarctica, it was Alaska." And I'm like, it might as well be the Antarctica. So when I say stuff like that, and my ideal of ice fishing, you guys will find out what that is very soon. I love my ideal of ice fishing. Don't get me wrong, I love fishing, but it's like a long time ago, my buddy Phil and my buddy Brady, we were out at Echo Lake and we were fishing, and I caught this little tiny bass. And tiny, like really tiny, and I let him go. And this little tiny bass that was a little bit bigger came up to the shore, turned around, and took his tail and was flopping it at me. And I'm not kidding. You can ask Phil, you can ask Brady. They were watching it. And I'm sitting there, and we're all sitting there looking. Brady and Phil are just laughing at me. And I'm sitting there going like, this isn't funny. And then the fish took off. He kind of skipped out of there and back into the water. But what this fish did, I think, is he cursed me. Because since that day, and this has been like 8 years, I have not been able to catch very many fish. None at all. However, I do catch myself all the time. And we were at Spring Lake fishing. Me and Phil was. Well, I was trying to. And DNR was sitting, across the way from us, and I casted the line, and the line went up and around a tree, and then hooked me like right underneath the armpit, and Phil had to come and save me, and because of all that, the DNR was sitting there laughing, and they had to check in my fishing license, and And normally I have my fishing license on my app in the phone, and the app wouldn't work. And yeah, they can turn around and look it up on my name and everything, but they were just, because of how everything, this story of my life, how things go with me. It's like I get picked on so hard, but I have to make, keep it funny and keep it entertaining. And I felt I had to, after I got unhooked, was able to prove that I had a fishing license. So another time that me and Phil were riding three wheelers. My one buddy had three wheelers, and Eddie, you've met him before on the channel. And we were riding three wheelers down in Colville, in the sound down bottoms, I think is what we called them, and it was like really bad. And Phil got ahead of me, and somehow, when Phil went through a bunch of trees, a tree limb caught my hoodie and flipped me up off the three wheeler, and I was hanging in the air, and I couldn't reach the ground. Oh, and I'm sitting here just hanging in the air, just waiting for Phil to come back to save me, and I had to finally find the awkwardness to break things so I could get up myself unhooked. And instead of Phil coming back to save me, Phil just sat there and waited for me and waited for me and waited for me, and just super funny for him anyway. Some of these times where I'm glad I wasn't filming stuff. All the best stuff always happened off camera. We'll get into more. Like I say, I have so many of these crazy stories that's happened to us along the way, and I'll tell more stories of this. I think you guys will entertain it, and that's just the story of my life. I'll end up telling you a Bigfoot story too later on. And if you guys have stories, if you guys want to do podcasts with me, I think it would be awesome. So, but just trying to keep myself positive and kind of laughing at my stupid mistakes and stupid things that I've done. Oh, but yeah, this is day 10 with the boot. Oh, with boots and stuff. So hopefully we'll see what happens next visit. It was really awesome to drive that 7.3 again. I love driving my truck so much. So, but yeah, we'll get into a cost of living video as soon as I figure out how to put one together. Like I said, I appreciate every single one of you guys, subscribers, and the more we get closer to get monetized, once we get monetized, we'll start doing more giveaways. I got merch coming to the channel. We got hoodies and everything coming from Skeeter Hawkins Drones. And also too, guys, if you guys need propane, head over to Freeway Propane and Springville, Spanish Fork-ish, the Loves exit, 400 South exit, and go in, ask for Richie, or tell them that RV Overland 01 sent you in, and they'll give you a nice discount on getting your propane filled. Oh, we can use that right now at this time of year. Oh, and that. So, with that said, stay safe, stay cool, and hope to see you on the road.